Hello students, this is the continuation of the first video, chapter 1, How the Camel Got His Living, from a book called It So Happened, a supplementary reader in English for class 8. In the first video, we had done the part 1. Now in this video, we will do the part 2. So this is a continuation of the first video. Now let us see the part 2. There are 3 points given up there in page number 4. Part 2, page number 4. Let us see the 3 points. The Jinn remonstrated with the camel, who said, "Hump." The camel's beautiful back suddenly grew a lump, which was the camel's hump. The Jinn assured the camel his hump would always be a help, not a hindrance. So these are 3 points taken out from the part 2. Okay, so the Jinn remonstrated. Remonstrated means protested or complained. Okay, complained with the camel, who said, "Hump." The camel's beautiful back suddenly grew a lump, which was the camel's hump. Earlier, the camel has a flat back. Okay, it does not have a hump. I hope everyone knows what is a hump. So a camel, in the beginning, when the world was created, okay, in the beginning, the camel, they didn't have a hump. The camel's back was very beautiful, but suddenly it grew a lump, and which was the camel's hump. The Jinn assured the camel his hump would always be a help, not a hindrance. So the Jinn assured to the camel that his hump will not be a problem for him, but it will be very helpful for him. So just by these 3 points, now you will not understand. Okay, so I will do the explanation of this part 2. In part 1, we had seen this 3 creatures, the ox, the horse, and the dog. They went and reported about the camel to the Jinn. And so the Jinn said that, okay, told them to wait for a minute, right? To wait for a minute. He will go and he will hump him. I will hump him if you will kindly wait a minute. That is what the Jinn says. So he will deal with the camel, or he will set the camel aright. Now in part 2, the Jinn went towards the camel. The Jinn rolled himself up in his dust cloak and took a walk across the desert and found the camel looking at his own reflection in a pool of water. You can see the picture there. The camel is looking at his own reflection in a pool of water, and you can see the Jinn. The Jinn is rolled up himself in a dust cloak, right? In a dust cloak. So the Jinn rolled himself up in his dust cloak, and he took a walk across the desert, and he found the camel looking at his own reflection in a pool of water. So this camel, he was very proud of his beautiful back. Okay, so he was looking into the bowl to see his own reflection. He was admiring his beautiful back. Okay, so while he was there in the bowl, okay, in the bowl in a pool of water looking his own reflection, the Jinn came towards the camel. "My friend," said the Jinn, "what's this I hear of you doing no work?" So the Jinn came and called out the camel as a friend, and he told to the camel, "My friend, what happened? Now these days I'm hearing that you are doing no work, you are sitting lazily. What happened?" Okay, so the Jinn came and inquired, okay, to the camel. The Jinn sat down with his chin in his hand while the camel looked at his own reflection in the pool of water. Still, the camel didn't pay any attention. The camel kept on looking at his own reflection in the pool of water. So the Jinn sat down with his chin in his hand. You can see he is keeping his hand in his chin. Okay, but the camel was still looking at his own reflection in the pool of water. "You have given the tree extra work ever since Monday morning, all on account of your idleness," said the Jinn. And he went on thinking with his chin in his hand. So keeping his hand In his chin, he kept on thinking, and the chin told to the camel that because of his laziness, he had given extra work to the three creatures, the ox, the horse, and the dog since Monday morning. Okay, because of the camel's laziness. So this is what the chin told to the camel. Because of you, these three animals, they are working so hard. They are getting extra work from Monday onwards. But the camel did not listen. The camel was still looking at his own reflection in the pool of water. So the chin went on thinking with his chin in his hand. Now let us see the next. Hump, said the camel. I shouldn't say that again if I were you, said the chin. You might say it once too often. I want you to work. So at that time also, this camel was not afraid of the chin. There was no respect towards the chin from the camel, from the side of the camel. So the camel said, hump. Then the chin replied, I shouldn't say that again if I were you. So the chin told to the camel that if he were the camel, he would not say it again, that very word hump. And you might say it once too often. So every time you should not say that hump. Sometimes only, okay? Sometimes you can say, but it's not that, okay? You have to reply every time with anyone who comes and talks to you. So this is what the jinn told to the camel. And the jinn told to him that he wants him to work. I want you to work. And the camel said, hump again. Then again the camel did not listen to him, and the camel again said humped. But no sooner had he said it than he saw his back, that he was so proud of, buffing up and buffing up into a great big hump. Second time, when the camel said hump again, when the jinn told to him that if he were the camel, he would not say it again. Okay, then the camel again said humped. So as soon as the camel said humped, he saw his back changing. Okay, he saw his back. He was so proud of his back, right? So he saw his back puffing up, swelling up. Okay, puffing up means swelling up. It was increasing, okay, puffing up and puffing up into a great big hump. So later on, he saw in his beautiful back, there was a hump. It was buffing up, and it formed into a very big hump. Do you see that? Said the jinn. That's your very own hump that you have brought upon your very own self by not working. Then at that time, the jinn asked him whether he can see that, because the camel was looking in the pool of water. Okay, so the jinn asked him whether he can see that hump on his back, and the jinn told to him that this hump, okay, is your own hump, and your laziness has brought the hump on your back. So this was what the jinn told to the camel. So you have brought upon your very own self by not working. You didn't work from Monday. You were very lazy, and you kept on saying hump, hump, hump. Now you got your own hump. So don't you see that? So this is what the jinn replied. So today is Thursday, and you have done no work since Monday when the work began. Now you are going to work. So the jinn told to the camel that day was Thursday, okay, and so he had not done any work since Monday. They started the work on Monday, and from Monday they had not worked. Already 3 days he had not worked, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, because on that day was Thursday. So the jinn told to him that now he had to work. Now you are going to work. Now he had to work. Now how can I, said the camel, with this hump on my back? Now the camel tried to make an excuse. The camel told to the jinn that he can't work because he had a hump on his back. How can he work when he has a hump on his back? That was a purpose, said the jinn, all because you missed your 3 days. You will be able to work now for 3 days without eating because you can live on your hump. And don't you ever say, I never did anything for you. Now when the camel made an excuse about his hump, that he will not be able to work with his hump, the jinn replied to him that the hump was given to him with a purpose. It's not a punishment to him, but he was given a hump so that it will be helpful for him because he had missed those 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And so now these 3 days, the work that he had missed, he had to work okay, he had to work for the 3 days without eating. And now with the help of the hump, he can work for the whole 3 days without resting, without getting tired, without resting, without eating, okay, and can live without eating anything for 3 days continuously. And this will help, the hump will help him to survive. So this is what the jinn said. And don't you ever say, I never did anything for you. Then the jinn told to him that he should not complain later on, saying that he had not done anything for him because he had given the hump with a purpose so that he can work the works that he had missed, okay, the 3 days work. So in order to do that one, he had given a hump, and because of this hump, he will be able to work for continuous 3 days without food, without eating. Come out of the desert and go to the tree and behave. So now the jinn told the camel to come out of the desert and to go to the tree. To the tree means the horse, the dog, and the ox, okay, and behave. And behave means and to go and work. And the camel went away to join the tree. And from that day to this, the camel always wears a hump. We call it hump now, not to hurt his feelings. But he has never yet caught up with the 3 days that he missed at the beginning of the world. And he has never yet learned how to behave. So the camel, as he was told by the jinn, he went away to join the tree creatures, and from that day the camel till now, okay, we can see the camel always has a hump, and now we call it hump. The spelling is different, okay, humph, and the other one is hump, hump, okay. So now we call it hump so that it won't hurt his feelings, but actually this hump came from his response, okay, hump. So he went and joined the tree, but he has never yet got up with the 3 days. He has never, okay, he was still the same. He was lazy, okay, and he was still the same. He has never yet got up with the 3 days that he had missed at the beginning of the world, and he has never yet learned how to behave. Till now, he has never learned how to work or how to behave, and he had not recovered the 3 days of work that he had missed earlier in the beginning of the world. So this is the story. It's very interesting, and it's very simple also. So this is the explanation of the chapter, How the Camel Got His Hump, written by Rudyard Kipling. So listen to the explanation carefully and also go through the chapters, read it out, okay, by yourself. And if you see difficult words, you can take help of the dictionary to understand the meaning of the words. I hope it is clear to you. Thank you.